Alright. You stand.
Oh, by the way, you didn't finish passing it. Wait, how did you not get one?
The sheet that I gave y'all one before we went to lunch. The sheet that I just passed out is a little cheat sheet. So it's telling you if you see any of these words that are inside of that picture. So like this one, if you see any of these words in a sentence, then it's telling you that you're going to have to be adding. Okay? Same as if you see any of the words over here in the subtraction box, like difference or decrease by, take away, that means you're going to be subtracting. Division, that's going to be quotient, ratio, divided by, any of those words. And then product, multiplication, you'll see product twice, multiply. Of is a big one. That's why it's a little bit bigger in the middle. If you see of, it's going to mean to multiply. And then down here, you have parenthesis words and turnaround words. So these parenthesis words, if it tells you times the difference of 6 and 7, or twice the sum of 2 and 5, or plus the difference of 1 and 2, that means you're going to put those two numbers in parentheses. Okay? So it's going to tell you that you have to do that operation before you can move on to the other operations. Your turnaround words mean that you're simply just going to flip the order that they gave it to you. So if you look at this example that I wrote down here, 10 less than a number, normally you would think 10 is first, so 10 less than minus a number. So 10 minus x, right? But because it says less than, that means that we have to flip the order. So since 10 came first to begin with, I'm going to put it at the end now. And then my number is going to go at the front. Okay? So than and from means that you're going to switch the order. You're going to flip them. Make sense? Okay. The back is basically the same thing. It just has a little bit more words that mean all the order of operations. Okay? So put this in the front of your notes. Don't lose it. And we're going to do a few examples. So get out a piece of paper. And I want you to write these examples so that you have them in your notes. Because if you don't write them down, you're not going to be able to look back at them if you need help. So write these down, and then we will answer them. If you want to make it a little bit shorter and just write out 1/8 for 18, I'm fine with that. Write it how it is, but instead of writing 18, if you want to write 1/8, I'm fine with that. Bless you. Got them written down? Okay.
Still recording. I'm going to see when it's paused or something.
Okay, 18 minus the product of 3 and 6. So what does minus mean? Subtract. The product of 3 and 6. So what does product mean? Product means to multiply. But if it says the product of 3 and 6, I'm multiplying 3 times 6. So you think I need to put them in parentheses? Just to be on the safe side. So 18 minus the product of 3 and 6. Make sense? Questions about that? Okay, the next one, 14 increased by 6. So what does increased mean? Adding. So I'm simply just 14 plus 6. These are expressions, meaning that they do not have an equal sign and an answer to them. Okay? So when it asks for a numerical expression, this is your answer. You do not have to tell me equals 20. Okay? If you put equals 20, then that's no longer called an expression. It's now called an equation. Okay? So expressions do not have equal signs. So unless it tells you to write the numerical expression and evaluate, then you can give me the answer. But if it's just asking for the expression, this is all you do. Okay? Alright, next one. 10 less than 30. So am I adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing? Subtracting. But do you remember what this means? So flip it. Yeah, that less than is one of those turnaround words, so it means to flip the order. So if 30 comes last to begin with, that means 30 is actually going to be first. Okay? So 30 minus 10. Alright, the quotient of 49 and 7. So what does quotient mean? Division. So if it says the quotient of 49 and 7, it's just 49 divided by 7. What's another way that I could write that? Using the fraction mark, which means 49 has to go on top if I'm saying 49 divided by 7. So don't forget about that fraction bar actually meaning to divide. What do you think? I heard it. Somebody. Multiply. So if I put you in 5 groups of 3, so I said You three are a group. You three are a group. Group, group, group. How would you figure out how many people are in this room without just saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? You're going to multiply. So you have 5 groups of 3 people each. So it's just 5 times 3. Questions on that one? Okay, last one, 22 more than 5. Yep, Tony. You add 22 to 5. Like that? Okay, what about this right here? What does that tell me? It tells me to flip it, right? So, really it should be 5 plus 22, right? But do I still get the same answer? Yes. I still get the same answer when I'm adding. But if you look at this one up here, 10 less than 30, that's where it's really, really important. So technically when you're adding, you're supposed to flip it as well. But you still won't get the same answer. But subtraction is where it really matters, because it has to be 30 minus 10, because if I don't switch it, do I get the same answer? No, I get 20 and negative 20. So that's why you have to flip it when it is less than. Okay. So if it's more than and you don't flip it, I'm not going to count off, but you do still need to know that you need to flip it. So if you just go ahead and get into the habit of anytime you see than, flip it, that's probably best. Okay. Questions on any of that? Pretty easy. So I have a worksheet for us to do.